Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It's fantastic you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on the band About a Mile. And through their song Taking Back, we talked about the fact about making a stand so that we can make a positive difference in this world. So I trust you found that one an encouragement. Well, we're going from there to one of the hard rock bands in the world. These guys were formed in 1977 in Sheffield, and the classic lineup is Joe Elliott on vocals, Rick Savage on bass, Rick Allen on drums, Phil Colton on guitar, and Vivian Campbell on guitar. Who are the guys we're talking about? Def Leppard. Now, I love the name Def Leppard, and it really just described these guys so well. Very much ushering in the new wave of British heavy metal hard rock. And certainly between 1980 and 2015, there were 11 studio albums, 4 live albums, 4 compilation albums, 11 video albums, 45 music videos, 2 EPs, and 60 singles. It's estimated these guys sold around 100 million albums. Now, that's pretty successful. Now, I'm going to get on to what makes these guys so compelling in my eyes, and one of the best gestures in rock that I think is in existence, and so that's why we'll get on to these guys about that in a minute. So yeah, arena hard rock, pelting guitars, passionate vocals, and incredible harmonies. Oh my goodness, the harmonies are really good in these guys, and very much continuing on the tradition of past English acts, including the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Electric Light Orchestra, the Moody Blues. The list goes on and on and on of what English music has brought to this world. They have received an American Music Award, not bad for someone from the United Kingdom, and also Classic Rock and Roll Honorary Awards. And these guys were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2019. Now, what makes this story so compelling is one of the nicest gestures in rock, I think, in existence. So they had released Pyromania, and that sold around 10 million albums. So at this point, Def Leppard were absolutely massive. Let's just get that into context first. And then it was in 1984 the news came that drummer Rick Allen had lost his left arm in a car accident. Now, when you think about a band, what is one of the things that just has to be there? Well, they all have to be there, but one of the things that powers in the background is the drums. Drummers carry bands so much, and they have to be so exceptional, particularly when you've got someone as exciting and passionate, as powerful as Def Leppard. The drummer has to absolutely be amazing. And and I'm sure record companies were saying at this point, hey guys, what are you going to do? Because you've got a record contract with us, we need another album. Pyromania went so well, we need to release another album really soon. And so you can imagine this discussion, well, what are we going to do? It's been a bit of a ride for us for the last 7 years, and how cool to be here, but Rick, you can't play. What are we going to do? Well, I'm sure there was many discussions along those lines, a bit of crying and tears and oh my goodness, what are we going to do? And I'm sure Rick decided at one point, hey guys, you know what? If we can design a drum kit to compensate for the fact I no longer have my left arm. Now, if you look at a right-hand drummer, the left arm is the thing that hits the snare. So, very important in the scheme of things. It's one that keeps the beat a lot as well. If we can design a drum kit that can kind of compensate, I reckon I'm going to be able to keep playing. And Def Leppard said, really? Imagine Joe and Rick and Phil and Vivian saying, do you reckon you could do that? It could be really good if you could, because we can't face getting another drummer. We want to continue with you. And surely over a little period of time, Rick Allen, yes, they did get a new drum kit designed, and Rick Allen was able to continue to be the drummer for Def Leppard, and ushered in what was be an absolutely incredible success period for these guys. Because out came Hysteria later. That one sold 20 million albums. It just goes to show that they did not miss a beat. They were able to keep their tightness, their power, their passion, their songwriting, their blending the whole guitars, lead vocals, the whole thing. They were able to keep it going with Rick very much taking up his mantle as the drummer of Def Leppard. So there's a really quite amazing story, this one, and it's a story that I think goes down as one of the most generous acts in rock of all time. You don't normally do this. You normally get somebody else because it's just not going to work, but not for Def Leppard. These guys were so loyal to each other, they just had to make it work. And it was an staggering moment in rock history, that is for sure. So I suppose the challenge of the Def Leppard story today is very simple. If you're one of these people who struggles a little bit with life and doesn't really know what to do, may this story encourage you that nothing can hold you back if you really, really want it. It's interesting, society defines what's normal. What normal is, a normal drummer normally has 2 arms. Well, normal doesn't apply with Def Leppard. A drummer with 1 arm can do just as well. So why don't you look at that line above you and thinking this line that may be a little bit out of reach, and just put a line through it and say normal no longer applies. I'm going to actually exceed normal if I can. And if you're on the other side of the coin where you've got people you can encourage and support and have the power to make a difference for them, why don't we scrub out the normal line as well and see where the world goes after doing that? People deserve a second chance sometimes, and this is very much the case with Def Leppard today. So I trust that will all be an encouragement for you today. Well, now on to the clips. Now I thought, given we are talking about Rick Allen, I have got a drum solo from him from the live concert. So we'll just get to see how incredible this guy is, even with only 1 arm. In fact, after a while, you don't even realise it's only 1 arm. He can play as good as anybody. And you have to be as good to be the drummer of Def Leppard. So there we go. So we've got a drum solo in respect and significance of this incredible act of rock. We've then got 3 live songs. Now these are all off the Hysteria album. I suppose for me this is the first album I heard of Def Leppard's, and very much the song Animal was the one that got me to sit up and take notice of these guys. Incredible rock, incredible drums. When you hear about that 1 arm story, that compels you. Incredible vocals, incredible harmonies, the whole thing. And so I've got Animal, a live version of that one. This is in the round, and so Rick's kind of in the middle of everybody here, and he's just having an absolute ball. And so we've got Animal. We've also got Rocket. Very much demonstrates the fact that it's not a Def Leppard concert you go to as a Def Leppard experience. A Def Leppard concert is a massive deal, a massive thing to go to, and they give their fans an absolute fantastic time. So we've got Rocket there, and I thought I'd have put up one of their more ballads, even though it's still pretty rocky, Love Bites, and this one shows off the harmonies really, really well, and just the whole passion of singing about the girl the way he does, and the vulnerability that are in some of these lyrics as well. This goes to show that you can write about anything if you've got the words in the right way. So Love Bites is there for you as well. So, all the, and by the way, I've also included, and by the way, all of those clips, links to those clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from about a mile, so if you want to recap on that one, feel free. Well, as arena rock was starting to become a bit of a thing in the 1980s, so was synth pop, and this is very much where we're going next time with Alphaville. So for all of you guys who've been here today, thanks very much for hanging around, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.